Yo, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are having an awesome holiday so far. So, I have a very recent story time for you guys today. I think you guys will enjoy this one a lot. It's none other than a TikTok girl video. I think this is going to be the last one. I know I've said that before, but I deadass think this will be the last one, and you guys are going to hear why as I tell the story time. So this story time takes place 4 days ago, okay? I woke up, got out of bed, took a shower, got ready for my day, how every other story time pretty much starts. I sit down on my computer chair, I start working on a video, and I get a text from my good friend. And let's just call this friend, I don't know, Sam, okay? Sam hit me up, and he's like, yo, could you come help me move some of my stuff? I'm moving into a new house today. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, for sure. Now, Sam is a longtime friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. So, of course, I'm going to be a good friend back and help him move his stuff into his new place. So, yeah, I went to Sam's house, his old house. I helped him pack some stuff up. I helped him move it over to the new house. And I helped him unpack as much as I could. I couldn't do all of it in one day with him just because he had so much stuff. But I helped him out. And for the most part, it was a really good day. Like, even though I was doing a lot of work with my friend, like, it was cool hanging out with him. I hadn't seen him in a while. It's always cool to help out a good friend of mine. And for the most part, this day was going pretty good. But sadly, things had to take a huge, just down spiral from really, really, really good to really, really, really bad, okay? So after I helped my friend Sam move into his new place, me and him drive to this restaurant together, we get some food together, we just kind of sit there and catch up for a while, talk about what's going on in each of our lives, and then after that, I go back to my house, and I get to my house, and I immediately notice something on my front door. There was a piece of paper taped to my front door, just like blowing in the wind, about to fall off. So I quickly walk up to my door and I rip this paper off my door, and it says "To Austin" on the front. And I flip it around, and on the back, it says, "Hey Austin, just missed you, I guess. I'll be back later." With no name, no like indication on who it was from. I have no idea who wrote me this little letter, but they were saying that they would be back, which left me feeling extremely just nervous because it could be anybody. It could be somebody that I know, somebody that I'm friends with. It could be an enemy of mine, someone that doesn't like me. I don't know. It could be the TikTok girl. It could be, I don't know, my old babysitter. It could be from my dad, from my mom. Like, it could be from anybody. So I have all these different people in my head, like, thinking, who could this be? I even tried to, like, pinpoint the handwriting. Like, I was like, oh, does this look like my mom's handwriting? Does it look like my brother's? Like, I was just trying to see who it could possibly be. So I call up my mom, and I'm like, hey, Mom, like, did you just stop by my house? And she was like, no, why? I'm like, there's a letter at my front door saying that they'll be back later and that they just missed me. And she's like, no, that wasn't me. So at this point, I kind of just give up on trying to find out who it was. I walk inside my house. I kind of just sit down in my living room. I throw away the letter. I just kind of leave it at that, right? I thought like, all right, well, whoever it is, they'll clearly be back later, so I'm going to find out who it is. So I go into my living room and I sit down on the couch and I just start watching some Netflix. And I text one of my good friends, the same one that I helped move. I was like, yo, could you come to my house and just like hang out for a bit? Somebody left a letter saying that they just missed me and that they're going to come back to my house later to see me. And I don't know who it's from. And just in case it's somebody that's dangerous or like an enemy of mine, I would prefer to not be alone. And he's like, yeah, for sure. Like, what do you mean by letter? I'm like, I don't know. They left some anonymous letter saying like, hey, just missed you. I'll be back later. And he's like, okay, that's really weird. Do you think it's that girl you talk about in your videos? And I was like, oh, the TikTok girl? Probably, honestly. And he's like, okay, well, I'll be there in a little bit. So like 10 minutes later, he shows up. Luckily, he lived right down the street. He comes inside. We sit down on my couch, and we're just watching some Netflix, kind of like just talking about how crazy this day has been so far. And then like 30 minutes after my friend got to my house, I hear a knock at my front door. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, here we go. We're going to find out who this is. So I walk up to my front door with my friend. He's right behind me, for backup if I need him. And I open the front door, and it's none other than the TikTok girl herself, just standing on my front porch, just staring at me with this blank face. But she's not alone this time, okay? It's not just her. It's her and her boyfriend. Now, her boyfriend is an angry-ass individual. Like, this guy does not like me. He just really, really, really hates me and wants to fight me, to put it simply. So when I see these two people, I get a little bit nervous because one of them doesn't like me, the other one doesn't like me, and he wants to fight me. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Can I help you guys? And immediately she steps up and she's like, listen, Austin, this is my last resort here, okay? After this, I won't bother you ever again, but this is the last thing I'm going to try, okay? And then she just stops talking and her boyfriend takes over. And he's like, listen, bro, you got two choices here, okay? You delete all the TikTok girl videos off your YouTube channel, or I fight you. And my friend steps up and he's like, yo, you're not fighting Austin, otherwise you're going to have to fight me. And that would be a 2v1, meaning you would lose and we would win, and I don't think you want to get hurt today. And I'm like, listen, dude, I don't want anyone to fight, okay? But I'm not deleting the videos, so don't threaten me. And I'm like, seriously, this is your plan? And I point at her. I'm like, you wanted to bring your boyfriend here to try and fight me, to get me to delete the videos? Like, you're really trying to threaten me? Like, you can't blackmail me to delete videos off my YouTube channel. Like, that's not how things work. So, yeah, to put it simply, no. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more times. No, no, fucking no. Now, please take yourself and your boyfriend and get the fuck off my property. Have a wonderful day, guys. And me and my friend walk inside my house, and I slam the door shut. And they did not like that whatsoever. Her boyfriend goes into full-on rage mode. He starts pounding at my door. He's like, open the door, Austin. Open the fucking door. I'm not playing around this time. And he just starts slamming my door with his fist. Like, he was so angry. He was just straight up punching my door. He was basically fighting my door in front of me. And after he punched the door like 5 or 6 times, he gave up because I think he actually broke one of his hands. Like, he wasn't just hitting this door lightly. He was full force punching it, closed fists. I actually think he broke one of his knuckles. Like, I really do think so. Because after he got done and like tired, I saw him shaking his hand and like making a really painful face. Like, I think he actually hurt his hand. So after he gets done having a fist fight with my front door and screaming at me through it, he gets tired and just walks away with his girlfriend, aka the TikTok girl. They walk back to her car. They get in her car and they just drive away. And me and my friend just look at each other in like pure shock, just disbelief. But at the same time, I wasn't shocked because this is just something I'm used to at this point. Like, I really feel like this girl is going to haunt my life for the rest of my life. I feel like I'll be 80 years old, just in a nursing home, like laying in bed one day just by myself. And then all of a sudden, some old lady approaches me with a cane and starts hitting me with her cane, saying to delete my whole YouTube channel or else she's going to get her boyfriend to beat me up with his cane. Like, I just feel like this girl is never going to go away. But she did say that this was the last thing she was going to attempt. So I honestly think that she might actually give up. Now, after I make this story time, who knows what will happen. But honestly, I feel like she's losing stamina and she's kind of just, sick of just constantly arguing with me about this situation. But yeah, her boyfriend did not like me at all. I don't think he likes me even more now. And hopefully that's the end of me seeing them. Hopefully I never have to see those two again. But you already know, if I do see them again, I'll be the first one to make an update about it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of today's story time. After this happened, me and my friend just kind of went inside and sat down on the couch and just hung out for a little bit longer. Her and her boyfriend never came back, so after a while, my friend just left. But yeah, shout out to my friend for having my back. If he wasn't there, I feel like the situation could have gone a little bit differently, but luckily he was there. But yeah, guys, that's the end of today's story time. I thought you would enjoy this one and find it crazy. If you did enjoy this story time, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Like, what's up? They leave me out for the dead, and now they know they're fucked. All my texts are unread, that's how I know